one of the camp, one of the venerable, she gave us this very interesting exercise. She said, in the next 5 minutes, yeah, or even just a short 1 minute, try not to think of the pink elephant. Yeah. She first asked us, can you imagine a pink elephant? A pink elephant don't exist in this world. Yeah? It will be an upcry in animal rights if you find a pink elephant. Huh? Yeah, so she asked us to first think of a pink elephant. So okay, can. And after that, they say, okay, now don't think of the pink elephant. At first, when we try to think of the pink elephant, a bit odd, huh? No such a thing as pink elephant. So, I don't know about you. In my mind, when I think about pink elephant, I think of a soft toy. Yeah. And once you already have the pink elephant in your mind, and I tell you not to think of it, it's just very difficult to take it out anymore. The more you try to take it out, the more the pink elephant appear everywhere. Yeah. So this is the way that mind is, you know. Yeah, very crazy. So let's see, who is new with us here today on my left? Hello, yes. Who would like to go first? Tell us your name and how you got to know about this group.
My name is Tori.
Yes.
I got to know SGC during the Heart Sutra class.
Good.
I have been waiting for the day to come to attend SGC.
Oh.
Yeah, finally I'm here.
How many days do you wait?
For the past few weeks.
Oh, past few weeks. I see. So today, very good. Welcome. And who is with you here today?
Hello everyone.
Oh, she switched off the mic. The mic just went out of battery.
Hello, my name is Marie. I'm Dr. Chloe told me that there was a group cultivation today. Just come here to open my.
Good, welcome. So are you all sisters or friends?
We are friends.
You're friends. Okay. Welcome. Who else is here for the first time? On my left, I think the rest are all season parking holders. There's someone who has not renewed her parking season ticket for a long time. The one right in front of you, Jason. Yes. So tell us your name and where you disappeared to.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Jacqueline. I know about this from a long time ago, probably 1 or 2 years.
About 2 years, 2, 3,
Yeah,
maybe even 3 years back.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I was busy with a lot of other things, so I couldn't come. Yeah, so anyway, I found the time to come today.
Yes.
My mom.
Where's your mom?
Yeah.
Hello, mom. So, what is your mom's name?
Mei Chuan.
How come the mic keep on going on and off? So, just now maybe they tested until the battery went flat. What is your name again? Your mother? Mei Chan. Mei. M-A-Y or M-E-I? M-E-I. Welcome. Let's see, who else is here? On my right, who else? Hey, have you all introduced? Yes, come. You introduce yourself first. Never mind, just use your internal mic.
So I was at the
No,
Union
You don't have to ask me, tell them. I know you.
Okay, I'm here to renew my season parking.
Tell them your name.
Oh, my name is Roslyn, and since they moved here, I have disappeared for quite a while. And yeah,
So come back to renew your season parking.
Yeah, and then with a few of them behind me, they are new vehicles.
Okay, so whose vehicle one need the COE first? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jane. I think my voice is very loud. Hi. I'm here with my 3 years. These people will help me to hear because I can't hear. I only can live with 2 foot.
Yes.
But 2 foot mouth don't move. I have a problem to understand him. But thank goodness that all the years are here to help me, to enable me to cultivate, at the same time to help me to be a better person.
Very
Thank
good.
you.
Welcome. I guess all these years of when I was a kid, in the 70s and 80s, ventriloquism was a very big thing. So I've seen on TV a lot of performers who can ventriloquize, where they talk without moving their lips. And so I think this must have come around. And so I end up talking without moving my lips. Yeah. Yeah. So it becomes quite interesting if I start to talk in this way, where I'm not even moving my mouth much. So last year there was a conference, the World Buddhist Fellowship Conference, yes. And so last year, after one of the break, I heard about a lady who wants to sit closer because of the impairment that the lady need to see the screen, see the speaker. So I was told that there were some challenges, but finally managed to secure a place. And then later on, I found that it was actually you. Yeah. So she is attending the Heart Sutra just down the road at Singapore Buddhist Federation where I'm teaching. Yeah. So when I heard about you last year, I was like, please, I hope we arrange a sit. Yeah, because something as day to day, as our sight, as our hearing, I think even myself included, we take it for granted. Yeah, we really take it for granted. So I'm very touched to hear when I finally get to see you at the Federation, and then you told me, yeah, I'm very touched that in spite of the challenges, I mean, it's very challenging, especially when you make a monk sifu who don't move the lips, Yeah, that you put in the effort to learn. So sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah. And I'm very happy to see your... Are they your sisters or friend? Friend or sister?
Yeah, sisters.
Sisters, yeah, wonderful sisters.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Julie.
Huh?
My name is Julie.
Julie?
I'm the youngest among 3 of them.
I see.
I joined the Heart Sutra through my friend Roslyn. And you get attached to Sifu with the bad things.
How come I didn't know?
But anyway, you are learning, and we hope that this will be a good way for us to cultivate.
Very good. Sadhu, sadhu. Welcome.
Get to know about you through Rosalie in the Heart Sutra. So today we're here because there was a lesson.
Yeah, very good. Welcome. So every week when we have classes, I would do the recording with my phone. Then after 1 or 2 days, like Friday we have class, like because yesterday we had temple tour and then counseling and things. So I haven't uploaded yet. Yeah, so there was 1 week I didn't upload until, don't know, Wednesday. And Friday was the class. Then they start chasing me. Shifu, can you please send us the recording? Yeah, because do you know how good they are? They attend a class together, and sometimes she cannot catch my mouth. Then they'll explain to her. And after the class, they would listen to the recording and transcribe it for her so that she can read and make sure that she catch everything. So a round of applause for all of them. Yeah. While we enjoy and oftentimes take for granted, in a way not by any fault of ours, because it's just like breathing. We just take it for granted until you cannot breathe. Yeah, there are so many things that we simply just take for granted. Yeah. So think about it. We don't all get a chance to become doctors and nurses to save people's life. We don't all get to become researchers. Not that we cannot, but we may not have the conditions. We may not have the right timing to go and find a cure for cancer, But we can be the ears and eyes for others. Yeah, we can even be the voice for others. These days on YouTube, you see a lot of short videos, whether the car cam or sometimes people taking videos of things happening. Yeah, you can be the voice of others. Yeah, don't just see something happen and just sit back and but of course, it takes courage. Yeah, it takes courage to do that. Yeah, and it takes our time. Yeah, our precious time. We have very important things to do. Yeah, who have time to go and step up and speak up for others? We need to rush back to do nothing. Not all of us have that privilege. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of us have very busy schedule. Yeah, so to come here for SGC, that takes time also. And that's why learning Buddhism is not something that comes easy. Yeah, it takes time as well. Yeah, it takes effort. But good things don't come easy, huh? Yeah. Question is, we are busy with this, busy with that. At the end of the day, is it worth it? Is it worth it? So again, welcome. Let's see, who else is here for the first time? Yes, Alvin, right? No.
Hi, I'm Derek.
Derek. Oh, how come you look like Alvin? So paiseh, remember the wrong name. The one time I thought I remember the name. Okay, Derek.
I learned about SGC through YouTube, so I've been watching quite a few of the recordings. Yeah.
Wait, so you have never met me before?
Previously, a number of years ago, I followed Shifu to Bodhigaya.
Okay, yes, okay. That was some years back, huh?
Yeah, that was quite some time ago.
Yeah, that was the novice retreat, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was it the one where you all get scolded by me? No lah.
If so, I don't remember.
Well, actually, all the novice retreat, all of them get scolded by me. Yeah, if there's one thing anyone can remember me is getting scolded by me. Good to see you again. Your hair has grown back. Of course, after all this. So what are you doing now?
I'm going to start school soon in September, so right now I'm just enjoying spending time with family.
Finish your NS?
Yes, just finished in January.
Okay. And what will you be studying?
I'm going to study data science.
Data science? Oh, data analytics, big data. Wow, this is the new gold mine. So data science. Which university?
I'm going overseas actually.
Oh, which country?
Chicago in the States.
Chicago, the land of the mafia. So don't get headhunted by them to do data analytics. Well, in the meantime, join us, yeah. September, so we'll be flying over in September. Oftentimes I have students who disappear for a while, then come back for a while. Oh, Sifu, I'm going overseas. Yeah, but good to have that exposure. Yeah, see how it's like in other countries. Yeah, and then come back, and then take a look, and then go off again, and then come back again. Welcome.
Shifu, my name is Serene. I'm Derek's mother.
Ah, you're the mother. Well done.
I attended your Heart Sutra classes
Oh.
at Ven Chuan before.
Ah, you see.
There's the Laksa story.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that's the other thing people will remember, be mine. Yeah, there was one time I was walking out to of the monastery to go to attend, I think it was probably an IRO event or something. So I was thinking of hailing a cab. And then halfway through, before I even reached the main road, then a car stopped by. I was like, jam brake, and then unwind. And I was like, and then from inside the car, someone shouted, Laksa monk! Yeah, they cannot remember my name, only remember Laksa. So how is the Laksa? Is it still tasty?
I remember your name, Ven Chuan Guan.
Oh, you remember? Okay. Okay, good. Welcome. Okay, let me see, who else? I think the rest, today we got two new guests, besides Patrick. Is Patrick or Richard? Yeah, Patrick or Richard? Huh? Richard. Yeah, so there's another guy who is Patrick, and I always initially keep on calling you all, and you're totally different looking, you know. Yeah, trust me, but somehow I always get your name wrong. Oh, today you're quite shiny, huh? Still haven't, So did you go for hair for hope? Didn't, then you shave for what? Okay, so today we have two caliph. Who is that? The one behind, in front of you, there's a very elderly senior nun. You see the senior nun? Who is that senior nun there? Nun look alike, not real nun. You don't start paying respect to him or her. Oh, this one more senior than Sifu. Look at her. Oh, the hair white. Oh, jialat, even worse. So, tell us, what is your name? That is none other than our dear Doreen. Is it Doreen? 阿弥陀佛。想不开了，还是想开了。Yeah. So in front we got a young nun look-alike. So the two of them went for hair for hope. Right? Give them a round of applause. Every day I go for hair for hope. There was one year I was thinking, since anyway I keep shaving, can I go and sign up? Yeah. But then I think if I go, they will feel a bit awkward, like, 你是来差馆的是吧? To shave or not to shave? Yeah. So, when we shave our hair, of course, from their attire, you wouldn't think that they are monks or nuns. Yeah. But there's actually a term for this. So when they shave their hair, and then if they wear down clothes, then in Buddhism we call it Sing Tong Sami. Sing Tong Sami, meaning that from the appearance, looks like a samanera. Samanera is a novice monk or nun. Samanerika is a nun. Samanera is a novice monk. So they, from the outward appearance, look like a nun. So Sing Tong Sami. But still not a nun. If they now kneel down and say, Aham Bante, then say, I want to observe, may I receive the 10 precepts? Then they ask once, then I say, then they kneel down, then ask another time, kneel down, then third time ask again, kneel down. Then I say, okay, since you asked 3 times, not my fault, you asked one, okay, then give. Then if I administer the 10 precepts, then no longer Sing Tong Sami, really Sami. Yeah. So, but they are not. They just shave their head. But anyone can shave their head. But why shave our head? Some people shave their head because they got the kutu on the head. They got the lice on the head. So they need to shave their head to clear the thing. Some people, their hair have dandruff, a lot of dandruff. So one time shave, then clean it up, then no problem. Yeah. So there are many reasons why we shave our head. But come, find a seat. There are 2 seats over here. Yeah. So for them, they choose to shave their head for charity. Yeah, for charity. For what charity? Have you heard of Chuan Guan Foundation? There's no such a foundation. If you heard of this foundation, it's a gay one. They shave their head for hair for hope. Do you know what is hair for hope? I'm sure all of you know. Yeah, it is the foundation for cancer research. Yeah, cancer research. Yeah, cancer is now quite prevalent. Yeah, I turn my head, one cancer. Turn my head. Yeah, no joke. No joke. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, but that's life, isn't it? Yeah. But before we begin, we have 2 newcomers. Come, tell us your name. Don't worry, we just went through 1 round. So we are not picking on you, okay? Sifu not picking on you. Tell us your name and how you got to know about this group.
Hello, I'm Esther. I got to know about this group from my friend.
And hello, friend.
Hello, I'm Jessie. I actually didn't know that there's a talk today, so I wanted to bring my friend to the library so we could read books together.
Oh.
So by chance, then we know that there's a talk, so we came up to listen.
I see. Welcome. So, welcome to SGC. Those who are new with us, this is a group cultivation where we have it weekly on Sundays. In the Chinese Mahana tradition, the group cultivation usually comprise at least minimally 1.5 hours of chanting. That's the minimal. Then the more usual one is at least maybe 2 hours or more. Then for the more intensive one, it's a whole day or a week or even a whole month. Yeah, so quite xiong. And besides that, usually the chanting is done in Mandarin, yeah, with the text all in Chinese. And so it becomes quite a challenge for Singaporeans, especially the younger generation, yeah, or the English ed. So SGC stands for Spiritual Group Cultivation, and it's structured such that we have short chanting, short meditation, and not so short Dhamma sharing. The focus is so that we don't get totally out of touch with the devotional practice of chanting. Yeah? We have Pali chanting and Chinese sutra chanting. Yeah? Altogether about 15 minutes. Then we do a bit of meditation. Yeah? Otherwise, just devotional and then just Dhamma, it becomes just intellectual. So we do some meditative practice to internalize the teachings. So for today's topic, what is today's topic? Acceptance. Acceptance and getting used to. So this is today's topic. So in the chats, people ask, so getting used to what? Yeah, so getting used to what? When I came up with the topic, I purposely left it blank. Yeah, I left it blank. And the reason is because there are many things in our life that we get used to. There are also many things in our life that we are not used to. So if we were to put in a topic, one particular thing, either this or that, then it's impossible to list out all the different scenarios, all the different things that we get used to or we are not used to. Yeah, so instead of that, we'll start off looking at this concept itself. Yeah? And then perhaps go into a few matters at heart. Like for example, we mentioned a lot just earlier, cancer. Yeah? There are so many things that we are not familiar with. Not all of us study oncology. Yeah? Some of us have the blessing in a way, yeah? And also the courage to take up nursing and then study oncology. But not all of us have that opportunity. Yeah. Usually, for most of us, we don't want to have anything to do with oncology. Yeah. Do you know what is oncology? What is it? Huh? Everybody? Yes. What is it? Yeah. Let me be very honest with you. I have mentioned this term so many times today and many times in the past few weeks. But if you ask me, I also don't know. All I know is my students who come and see me for counseling, if they suffer from cancer, then they'll mention that, oh, they're going to see the oncology today. Yeah, and the oncologists say this, say that. So I figured, okay, I guess the oncology department has something to do with the cancer. Yeah. So what exactly is oncology? Anybody know? Huh? Google now. Study and treatment of tumors. Yes. Yeah. So long time ago, in the 70s and 80s, we usually hear of people having tumor. Yeah. Then even in the TV programs or in the movies, then we hear about, this person, got into fainted, then got into admitted in the hospital, and then the doctor came out. Yeah, usually there's this scene, yeah, the family members and the doctor come out, and the doctor, like, you mean the doctor always have it here, but and then come out, then put it down here, and then say, I have bad news for you. Yeah, we discovered a tumor, but the good news is, it is what? What is the other one? Malignant, and the other one is? Benign. Yes, benign. Yes. It's benign. The patient is ready. Quickly go in. Yeah, we see this scene. So eventually, maybe late 80s or 90s, then this became more formalized to say, have cancer. Yeah. Then these days, seldom hear people talk about tumor. But actually it's the growth that's uncontrolled. So today we hear more and more. Does it make it easier to accept? Yeah. Does it make it easier to accept? There was once I thought about this. Do you know how the Buddha passed away into Parinibbana? According to the sutra, it is said that about 3 to 4 months before he passed away, he had a meal. Yeah, the meal is I think pig's trotter. Yeah, so there's this contention. A lot of different scholars, a lot of different schools, even academics are arguing about this. Did he eat really the pig trotter, or is it the truffle, which is a type of mushroom, the mushroom thing? Which one did he eat? Yeah. Then there are those who say the Buddha died of food poisoning. Yeah. Do you know which one is it? Because in the sutta, before he had that last meal, he had this conversation with Mara, and then Mara come to remind him that, now your disciples are all well trained. You promised long time ago, yeah, that once your disciples are well trained, then you will leave and enter Parinibbana. Do you know this conversation? Don't know. Go and read Maha Parinibbana Sutta. Okay, it's inside the Digha Nikaya. Go and take a look. So there's this conversation between the Buddha and Mara. So after that, the Buddha told him that, he knows what he has to do. And shortly after that, the Buddha relinquished his life force. Yeah, that means he made a determination that he shall enter Parinibbana in a number of months later. And it is said that it's after that he had that meal. Yeah. So for the longest time, we all hear about this. I mean, after all, the Buddha passed away 2,500 over years ago. It's not a recent news, The Buddha didn't pass away last week. So it's like we are still deliberating over it. Long time ago, ancient history. So we all hear about this. But until now, I never hear anyone highlight a very salient point, which is that when the Buddha announced his eventual demise, that he's going to enter Parinibbana, he wasn't telling everybody, 世尊不行了. No, he didn't say it this way, He basically declared matter-of-factly that in how many months' time, he's going to enter Parinibbana. And within that few months, he traveled around India, and at each stop, because of the impending passing away, all his students, all the disciples, even non-disciples, they will come and pay respect to him, to listen to him one last time. Yeah. And as he go from places to places, he would do a recap of his teaching, to remind his disciples of the teaching. And all the way until the final resting point. At the final resting point, then there was one last wanderer who wanted to come and see him. And even then, Venerable Ananda wanted to stop that wanderer, because he, as the attendant, he feels that the Buddha has committed his whole life to teaching, and now he's going to pass away. Give him some rest, lah. Yeah, but the Buddha, even that last maybe few hours or few minutes, he said, no, let him come. And when that wanderer came in, the Buddha told him, I shall teach you in brief, listen carefully. Yeah. And that wanderer paid close attention to what was taught, and then after that he practiced, and in due time he attained enlightenment. Even until his last day, he was teaching, he was doing, in a way, his life work. Yeah. Until his very last breath, it is said, he exhorted his disciples to strive on with diligence, not to slack. So I was thinking, how many of us, number one, if we receive news that we have 3 months left, no matter how you receive it, let's say one day the doctor tell you, maybe you may say, 錯啊師父, regretted coming to this talk, acceptance and getting used to it, thought that this is something uplifting, meaningful. First 5 minutes tell me cancer, second 5 minutes tell me about Buddha, third 5 minutes tell me that what if you receive this news from doctor? Yeah. 好戏还在后头呢. Or what if you sleep at night and then you dream about 師父, and then 師父 in a dream tell you, Zuobing. Or do you see him more? Yeah. You have 30 more years. 30 oh. How old are you now?
35.
35. 30 more years, 65. Just nice. About to get CPF, then gone. What if I tell you, you have... Oh, you see his face? Oh, okay. What if in a dream, then Sifu tell you, you have 60 more years? Should be happy, huh? But then what if Sifu tell you, the last 30 years you'll be huh?
I'd rather not have those extra 30 years.
Rather not have the extra 30 years, huh? How do we deal with that? If in whatever way we realize that we have 30 years left, what if it's 3 days left? What if it's 3 months left or 3 years left? I think not many people can do what the Buddha did. So, like it or not, we can say that the Buddha died of food poisoning. So it was not because he relinquished his life force. Or maybe he did relinquish his life force and that's why the food caused damage to his body. There are two alternative interpretations. But what we can see is the way he deal with it. The way he come to the things he did in the last 3 to 4 months. And to me that last 3 to 4 months is very telling. That either way, he made good use of that last 3 to 4 months. So what about us? Hold that thought about cancer first. I can see all of you, the whole face like that. Just now, talk about cancer or xianzibo. How about other things? Are there other things that we accept? Are there other things that we find it hard to accept? And then what about the second part of the title, getting used to? What has this got to do with acceptance? What has this got to do with acceptance? Sometimes, when whatever happens, sometimes not so drastic as death, not so drastic as cancer, maybe something not so drastic. Maybe we didn't get a promotion. Maybe our children didn't get into the school we hope that they can get into. Maybe our children didn't pass their exams. Maybe we ourselves failed the exam. Have we encountered situations in our life that is not easy to accept? I'm sure. And now, have we come to acceptance? Maybe yes, maybe no. But what is for sure is, whether you accept something happening or not, it has happened. This is the strange thing about life, Our acceptance don't seem to change anything, usually. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. In what situation? Like if you go to a food court and then you order mee pok, okay? And then when they finish cooking, they come out mee sua. How come it's like that? Then the auntie look at you, mee sua? No, I ordered mee pok. You can choose. Here you can choose. Can you choose? Can you choose to accept or not accept? Of course you can. Life is not all about situations that you have to accept. Everything must accept. Then you order mee pok, then they give you mee sua, also must accept. Then they tell you $300 for the mee sua, you also must accept. No. Some things you don't have to accept. If the person insists, no, you order mee pok, what can you do? sit down there and cry. I didn't. Huh? If the person insists that you must pay $300, not rupee, yeah, not rupiah, not rupee, but Sing dollar. Are you going to accept? KS? You will accept. Instantly you accept. Quick, go and start the shop and then. Yeah, don't have to wait for him to order. Just tell him, hey, KS, come. This is a Mee Sua, 300. Yeah. Huh? You will accept. You see, even he don't accept. Wow. So which is the coffee shop you usually go? Tell us. We go and buy a shop there. Yeah. Then we just have to sell to one person. You 1 week. Yeah. If the rental is 4,500, yeah, then once a week we just charge you like $1,000. Most of the time don't accept. So first of all, in life, there are things you can accept, there are things you can choose not to accept. Okay? But even in the case where you don't accept the Mee Sua, they already cook Mee Sua. Even when you don't accept, you cannot change the fact that they didn't cook Mee Pok. But in this case, you can ask them to cook another bowl. But in life, not everything is Mee Sua, Mee Pok, no? Yeah? In life, sometimes when things happen, it happened already. You cannot undo it. You really cannot undo it. Yeah, so, we need to know the difference. Yeah. You must have heard, we will have heard of the saying, don't cry over spilled milk. In Singapore, it would be don't cry over spilled tau hui or something like that. Yeah. I personally have spilled tau hui zui before. Not once, not twice, at least 3 times. Yeah. Have you all spilled anything in your life before? Say yes. Yes. Who has not? Don't raise your hand. See me after this. How do you all feel when you spill something? Sian, any of you feel happy when you spill something? Unless you purposely want to spill it. So when we do spill something, the first thing is, it must be accidental. Because if it's done on purpose, then it's a totally different story altogether. Yeah? Then it's probably anger management talk that you have to attend. So in the case where it is accidental, then what happened? Is it something that you want or you don't want? Of course not. Yeah? The fact that it's accidental, it means it's not something planned, it's not something that you actually want. Of course, sometimes accidental can be something that you want. In this case, it's something that you do not plan for nor want. After all, if it's something that you plan for, what is there to talk about acceptance or not acceptance? You plan for it, what? Right? Secondly, if it's something you want, then what is there to talk about acceptance? For example, when you win 4D, do you have to ask yourself, do you accept or not accept? Yeah? Do you have to think about that? Don't have to, right? Yeah? You plan to win, you buy the 4D, yeah? Let's say like, I don't know, let's say Zhuo Bing. Let's say Zhuo Bing buy 4D, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Then Christina see already, this kind of number cannot strike one. Yeah? 1177, maybe can strike. Please don't go and buy. Sekali really come out, then next week we will have to, rent the whole lorong. A lot of people come for 4D numbers. Yeah? And then let's say it really came out. Yeah? Then after KS tell her, hey, you bought 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah? It came out, first prize. Then imagine KS tell Zhuo Bing, right? Then Zhuo Bing, why did it come out? then KS will be like, why you come out? You come out lah. Then imagine if Suo Ping say, wow, hard to accept leh. Can you imagine? Why would anyone, upon striking 4D, have the kind of, wow, I find it hard to accept. Or consider a lucky draw. You put in the ticket and then you come out. Unless it's not what you want. You go for a company D&D or what, then you get a lucky draw, first prize. Go to some water world, feed the shark. Then you have to consider, hey, go and feed the shark. Am I feeding the shark or am I feeding myself to the shark? So when we talk about acceptance, it is usually things that we don't plan for or things that we do not want. If it's something that we plan for, then it's planned for already, ma. If it's something that we don't want, even if it's planned for, it's not what we want, then we talk about acceptance, whether you can accept the fact that it has happened or not. And of course, once it has happened, whether you accept or not, you must really come to this realization. First of all, the realization that our acceptance or the lack thereof doesn't change the fact that it has happened. Doesn't. So you know what I did for myself? I observed that when I drop things, I spill things, I spilled soya milk maybe two, 3 times or 4 times. Then I spilled ink, the fountain pen ink. Wow, all over. So one day, I did this for myself. When I spilled the soya milk in the kitchen, you know what I did? I stand there and look at it. Soya milk. Okay, it's spilled. I don't know lah, maybe you are wiser than me, you don't need so much time. But I stand there, then I sit down, and I stare at the spilled soya milk. And then I put my hand on the soya milk. I put my hand on soya milk. Have you all tried that before? You all spill soya milk? What do you all do when you spill soya milk or you spill some food on the floor? What is the lead time to cleaning? Instantly, right? Immediately, isn't it? Do you give yourself like maybe 3 seconds? Like wait, okay, nobody move. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, clean. Nobody do that, isn't it? What do we do? Drop, immediately clean. Why must we clean immediately? Can someone tell me? Ants will come. If you don't clean immediately, within 2 seconds, the ants come. Do they really come within 2 seconds? They have CCTV. They have some ants on guard going around. Previously, 2 bowls of wonton mee dropped here before. So they stand by 3 ants over there. You kill one, then they stand 2 more standby. And the ants just walk here, walk there. Maybe that's why they keep walking around, just waiting for you to spill something. But have you ever thought about it? Have you ever systematically observe and discover for yourself and know for yourself that the ants really come within a few seconds? What if you don't clean up immediately? How long do you need to wait before the ants come? I mean, you've got to time them, right? It's like if there's a fire, we want to make sure that they come and repair fast enough. Like at work, your computer breaks down, then you expect them to respond fast, right? So you need to time the response time of the ants to see whether they're working. And if you find that the average time is, let's say, 1.5 minutes, then, hey, take it easy, man. You spill something, then your family members, your friends say, hey, let's clean up. No, nobody move. we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. 10 seconds has passed, we still have a buffer of 1 over minute. Yeah, take it easy, everybody chill. Yeah, check your handphone. Yeah, surf Facebook, take a picture, post onto Instagram. Okay, 10, 9, 8, start cleaning, start cleaning. Now, all this sounds ridiculous. Yeah, Sifu, come on, only you have the luxury, you know, nothing better to do. Huh? You stay by yourself. Yeah, nobody, even if there are people around, yeah, they are either your peers or disciple. Your peers don't care also. Monks don't care whether people spill things on the floor. Yeah, you know, that's a good thing about staying with other monks or nuns, you know. No, we don't stay with nuns. Monks, only monks, only monks. Yeah. I think nuns with nuns also, you know, they are the same. Not me with nuns. Nuns with nuns, monks with nuns, for the record. Yeah, we don't kacau each other. You spill, you go and clean up. You don't clean up, that's your problem. You, 因果自负, yeah, we stay there. But we stay with other people, lay people, wow, 大代志啊，大件事啊. You don't clean up. But actually it's okay. You should try. You know, it's like, in Buddhism we always say, right, if you don't try, you don't know. Yeah? Like, what is Nibbana like? You must experience it yourself. Yeah? It is like the taste of mango. I cannot tell you how it tastes like. No matter how I describe it, it's different from tasting it. So, likewise, spilling the ceramic on the floor and not cleaning it is an experience you must go through yourself. No, I'm not joking, you know. I'm serious. And you must not purposely spill it and then experience it. It must be accidental. You know, when I put in this clause, then do you realize that it becomes so precious? When is the last time you spilled something? Can someone remember? Huh? Last weekend. Last week? You every week spill something, what is it? Huh? Amitofo. You spill? Who spilled?
I spilled the water.
Then you step on it.
I stepped on it and then the floor. Then I get up and then, oh, sweet.
Wait, do you know that you spilled water?
I know, because...
You know, then you go and step on it.
No, I having bad ache, so I carry the kettle.
Oh.
So then
But so are you okay or not?
Still pain, but then on the way back to
Aiyo.
office, it spilled. Then I said, oh shit, I go and step, I saw the water already. I get up. Wow.
Amitofo.
Then I said, oh shit,
Is that why you all clean up immediately?
yes. Then I go back to
You
my
sure or
office.
not? Just now never come out with this reason, then now all of you
I clean newspaper, I go back to my office and clean the newspaper and cover on it.
cover on it.
I scared the next one will fall.
So there are exceptions to the rule. In the case where you have ngô si neng people around, yeah, meaning people who will look at the floor and then there's water, they go and step on it, then you must dry it immediately. Yeah, but not to get you all into trouble, there is a point to this. And I'm serious about having to experience it yourself. Because you see, as much as I'm not encouraging you to leave food on the floor and just, you know, don't care, it's not about not caring. It's about realizing that you should care, but you don't have to care immediately. We are so reactive, you know. We spend our life firefighting all the time. That when something happens, we feel like we must do something a bit now. We expect people to now, and we also expect ourselves now. No wonder we are so stressed. We cannot accept a bit of delay. We cannot accept a bit of failure. Just now when we were coming over with KS and Mei Zhen in the car, then we got out of the Ang Mo Kio side, get into city. Oh, I tell you, one of the worst jam I've seen, a whole stretch. And then KS was a bit kanchiong because Sifu always give people stress, you know. So he was preempting my comments, but I know that he gets stressed. So in that special moment, yeah, I found one drop of compassion in my heart. Yeah. Huh? Heart here. Luckily you come here, otherwise it's the stomach exit. So I found one drop of compassion. Already used up for this week. Don't come and kacau me. This drop already used up. Next week then I get another drop. So in that moment I had that drop of compassion. Then I thought, because usually I'm the one who tell him, hey, you can see jam, get out lah, get out. So that moment I look at it, then I'm like, then I can feel his stress now. So I thought, 大发慈悲. No, not so dramatic. I just thought, okay, it is 12:36. Maybe we'll be late. But the condition is like that. It's not that he drive back. It is not that we come out late. It's not that we take our time to eat. Okay, we did take our time to eat a bit. But still, under normal traffic condition, 12:30 to here, it takes 15 minutes to come here. So I thought, just go with it. So in the end, after clearing the jam, we reached the part turning into the PIE, the underpass area. It was another 10 minutes. So it was 12:47, there about 46, 47. Yeah. So then I commented, so that stretch took us 10 minutes. Usually it would take us maybe about 2 minutes. So we are off by 8 minutes. But look at the time, we might still be on time. And then in the end, and before that, because the jam is so bad, I thought, wow, jialat. Partly because I thought, maybe there's some accident. So quickly chanted tapezo, chan. Yeah. And then we got behind this van. And then chan halfway, there's a thought, wow, why drive behind a van? But I never say it out, Hey, Sifu is not so wise one, no. You know what Sifu always tells you, right? We are not enlightened. So sometimes we have funny thoughts, no? Just don't say it out. And now we say out, okay, because not in the car anymore. Now we can chill. But many times we have this thought, we cannot accept it, we must say it. Oh, we feel like we must say it. It's okay lah, don't say it, just take it easy. Okay, continue chanting. Namo Hanai Namo. Cannot take it, close your eyes. After a while, we pass that stretch. Then we come around here, then I can feel KS a bit tense again. Then he keep left, keep right. Drive. Then I think he's a bit kanchong like, jialat, is there parking lot? In the end, you know what happened today? The whole stretch, so many lots, no. So I was joking with them, jialat, at 12:55, there are so many lots. Maybe we are the only one here. But if you don't accept, it's already like that. Whether there's anyone here or not accepting doesn't change the fact that there's someone here or nobody here. If you're in the traffic jam, you accept or don't accept, it's already jam. Might as well go through it happily, chit-chat, take the time to chit-chat, Yeah. Whether it's the traffic jam, whether it's the parking lot, if you come here and there's no lot, what are you going to do? Curse and swear? Get upset? If you get upset and then suddenly the car transforms, I'm sorry, don't be upset, I drive away. And then it's worthwhile. Be upset a bit. At least just show upset. Then transform and go away. Then it's worthwhile. But if getting upset doesn't change anything, not accepting doesn't change anything, why get upset? Why get upset? So, this is life. So interesting. Yeah. Acceptance. Many times, it's about getting used to it. So when I did that exercise, I did it very seriously. No, it's not that you think Sifu Kisiao, sit down and then play with the soya milk on the floor. I was doing it as a mental practice, that I was really observing my mind, my thoughts, what is going through my mind as I look at it. And I realized that each time when it happens, there is frustration. It may not be the same for you, but it was that way for me. When it happened, there was frustration. Frustration about what? Frustration about why it didn't go as planned. Didn't go as planned in what sense? Why is it that with one hand I carry 3 things, the other hand I carry 2 things? Why didn't it balance? Now again, it sounds ridiculous, but that's what we do, isn't it? We like to carry a lot of things. Unfortunately, or fortunately, unfortunately, sometimes we don't just drop soya milk. Because sometimes the things we are balancing is not soya milk, and then bread, and then jam, and then this and that. Sometimes it is our work, our family, our friends, our father, mother. We are trying to balance too much things. And then one day, one of the things drop. And when one of the things drop, then it's not just soya milk anymore. Huh? Yeah. And when the things drop, actually a lot of the frustration is about ourselves. What could I have done to balance it better? We cannot accept that. It's actually that we cannot accept. There are other things we cannot accept, but this is actually, at least I observe for myself. Maybe not for you, but it may be the case. We cannot accept why we couldn't do it. Yeah. Why couldn't I balance it better? What could I have done? What else could I have done? So when I sat down and put my hands, I really did this, no joke. It was a very, I don't want to say spiritual, too 夸张 also, even for me. I sat down. It was a very interesting exercise. Yeah, because before I put my hands there, I said, I really squat there, stand there each time and stare at the thing, And I asked myself, what can't I accept? And this is what I observed. That I cannot accept that I actually drop it. But as far as the water, the thing is concerned, of course, soya milk is different from our family. But we've got to start somewhere. If I ask you to immediately go and observe the scenario where you drop the ball on your family, you can't do it. Because that's too drastic. No one should be expected to do it on the first go. Yeah. That's why I suggest you observe when you drop food on the floor. Because food is trivial. Just like laksa. That's why I use laksa. First lesson, it really asks you to go and contemplate emptiness on your father and mother, your children. Contemplate your children is empty. Siao liao. Second lesson, nobody could come. That's why I use laksa. And in the laksa class, sometimes some students will have like, laksa, come on. Yeah. It's just like mathematics, isn't it? In the class I will mention. In mathematics, Xiao Ming and Xiao Hua, Xiao Ming has 3 oranges. Xiao Hua took 1 and ate. How many oranges does Xiao Hua have? How many? 2. Some of you still calculating. 3, 2. Imagine if now we change the question. Xiao Ming has two arms. Xiao Hua chop off 1 arm. How many arms does Xiao Ming have?
1.
Yeah, for adults you just say 1 no. 1 no. But for small kids, teacher, why did Xiao Hua chop off the arm? That's why examples at the elementary level are always very benign and very, very trivial, so that you don't get caught up with the subject matter itself. Yeah, then you can learn the principle. Acceptance is a sin. Don't try to accept big things right at the start. But that's the problem. We usually don't practice acceptance for trivial things. And if we don't do that for small matters, how can you expect yourself to accept when it's a big matter? All the small things, like that cannot accept, like that cannot accept. Hokkien we say kei gao, like that cannot accept kei gao. Cantonese I think it's called im chin. Then, of course, when it's a big matter, you cannot accept. Who can accept? Why? Because we keep on cultivating. We never cultivate we never cultivate the wisdom. But we cultivate this kind of habits. Not that we don't cultivate. It's just that we cultivate those things that keep on strengthening our this rigidness. Cannot. We become very rigid. If we can cultivate ourselves so that our mind, our feelings, everything doesn't have to be, die must be like this. So go and try. If you drop something on the floor, of course, again, caveat, your scenario, your situation may vary. If you're a small kid who is very active, then you know, next week come back, Sifu, you sabo leh. What happened? I drop a glass on the floor, and then you say, observe and accept. So I observe, then I saw my child run, then trip, and then land on the glass, and then I accept. But she cried. Then I told myself, crying, accept. No, please. For the records, I don't say that you do this for all scenarios, okay? So, under the right circumstances, do this practice, do this exercise. Because when you do this, you may observe yourself struggling. Struggling over what? Struggling over all the conditionings that we have been through. That since young, we have been taught. Sometimes in a nice way, sometimes in a not so nice way. We learn the hard way, Because what happens when small kids drop things? Get scolded. If you say get scolded, it means that you're of a certain age. If you say get whacked, you're of another generation. If you say your mommy come and apologize to you, you're of the younger generation. Kids these days, they fall down, they drop things. What happened? Mommy come, sorry, mommy, sorry. What is this world coming to? 还有这样的事情哦。No wonder nowadays people drive the car, knock into people. Hey, why you don't get out of the way? Let me knock into you. I mean, can you see the development? Because we never teach our kids that when you are careless, you should not, But then, both are extremes, isn't it? The moment you drop something, even if it's accidental, we get scolded so badly, it becomes a fear, And at that age, the imprint is very strong that we are so conditioned. This is something very bad. But when you really sit down, what's so bad? Yes, there's a case where if you spill and then someone fall down. Other than that, what else? If you drop something, it breaks and then kids come in, step on it, jialat. Other than that, by itself, breaking the glass, what is so bad? By itself, nothing bad. It is the same as why many temples, when kids play or run around, then all the volunteers, cannot. Sorry, I use Chinese, then you all know that I'm talking about Chinese temple. No, but it's a fact right? But in all the temples I've served in, I often tell the kids, when I see the kids run, I will tell them, be careful when you run. Then they are surprised. Is this one? You never tell me cannot run. I said, you can run, but you must run carefully. The problem is, sometimes we throw out the baby with the water, Because what we are afraid of is that they run and fall. Isn't it? There was once a teacher, and the teacher is not even with the Dharma school. The teacher actually from another program, and then came to talk to me personally and said that, all these kids are so rowdy in the kitchen, and run here and run there. That's very unbecoming. It reflects badly on the monastery. You know? Then I told her, I said, if there's anyone to be blamed, it is me. Then she, no, fast. No, I don't mean that. I said, no, it's okay. Because I'm the one who gives them permission. Yeah, I said, I'm the one who told the volunteer teachers to allow them to run. I'm the one who told the parents that it's okay to run. It's our fault that we don't have a place for them to run. They are small kids, right? Kids are supposed to run. Shifu, when I was a kid, I run everywhere. In the living room to the toilet, I run to the toilet. No. Not just because I run there, I let people run. But I like to reason with people. So I told the teachers, I told the parents, I said, you think about it, if running is wrong, then we should not have running as a sport in school. All running should be banned. It shouldn't be in the Olympics. If running is wrong, then all running should not be correct. Correct or not? Chris, do you run or not? Of course. Hey, don't xiao no. She run, is it marathon or 10, 20 click?
No.
5 click. Oh, don't play on 5 click. Huh? How many click you run? 10. Who else? How about you? 10 click. Oh, then later 15. So nothing wrong with running, right? What we are afraid of is that the kid run and fall. But oftentimes we get mixed up. And then we just do a blanket, cannot run. I have never seen any sutra where the Buddha said, why are the kids running? Let there be a rule. No kids should be running in front of the Buddha. The Buddha never ever said, it is rude, it is disrespectful to be running around in front of the Buddha. I never see so. Maybe 我孤陋狗很好. If you all find, let me know. Then I will change. Okay, next SGC I will announce. I humbly stand corrected. Yeah. Now I'm not against having an environment where it is conducive and so on. But sometimes we get caught up with the wrong thing. Whether it's running or dropping things and spilling things, through all these conditionings, we end up thinking that something is wrong, when by itself it's not so much right or wrong. You know, when you break something, Chinese is very pantang. Can you imagine 初一 break something? Wow, jialat, whole year suay. And can you imagine the thing that you break is the bowl, rice bowl? Wow, jialat. You know what happened? Happened to me. One fine day, Chinese New Year, first day of Chinese New Year, long time ago, my mom told me, okay, I'm going to have lunch, help to serve scoop. So, for many years, I'm the assigned rice cooker. I'm not the rice cooker, I'm the person who cooks rice. So, ask me to serve, yeah, happily serve. So, sometimes when the rice is a bit wet, right, then it gets stuck, right? So I hit on the bowl, don't know, at most once or twice, Wow, my mom totally freaked out. Can I imagine? She's not like a small kid, no. She's my mother. By then, she's like in her 50s. Wow, you have never seen a 50-plus-year-old lady so terrified, no? Like she saw a snake or a giant bear. Wow. She's like, oh, come back. You know why? More papa quantity. Quickly, keep, throw away. Then take a new bowl, come up. More car. And then this became our secret for I don't know how long. Do y'all observe this, that you cannot break things? Has any of you broken bowls on 1st of January? 初一, yeah, 年初一. Never? Anyone? You broke before? Who? Cup, nothing lah. Rice bowl. No, but anyway, actually, even cup, anything you break, wow, shit, sway. Right? But is it really sway? I don't think so. I still continue to get promoted. Of course, you can argue and say, hey, Sifu, you break one bowl, you get promoted. Imagine if you don't break. Oh, maybe double promotion. But it's all this mindset, And once all this mindset has set in, then you're stuck, you're fixed. Then when things happen, you cannot accept. So it takes time to unwire ourselves to learn to accept things that we cannot accept. And even more importantly, realize that whether you can accept or cannot accept, it has happened and what do you want to do? Do the next best thing. Yeah. That's all you can do. Do the next best thing. And if cleaning up the mess, at the first place, don't call it a mess. Call it the spilled milk. Spilled milk is not a mess. Mess is how we perceive it. To the ants, it's not a mess, it's a party. Yeah? To the dog, as long as there's no glass, it's food. Yeah? It's only because of our expectation we call it a mess. But call it what you will, do the next best thing. And the next best thing, if for you is cleaning it up, so be it. But you must know, cleaning up doesn't require you to get angry. You don't need anger to clean up. Just clean up. If you need to clean up, just clean up. Because getting angry, you end up taking more time to clean up. And then you pass on the anger. And if you can reflect on this and observe this over time, then it becomes more and more familiar. Getting used to something is becoming, you need to be familiar with it. And I'll tell you this, all the Buddhist practices is about this, about becoming familiar with something. For us, we are always very familiar. Familiar with how we dress, how we speak, familiar with how they dress, how they speak, familiar with how things were, and then from the familiarity, have the expectation of how things should be. And this is what gets us into the non-acceptance. Instead, we should familiarize ourselves with something else. Familiarize ourselves with the unfamiliar. Familiarize ourselves with the uncertainty of life. If we can do that over time, then we are able to look at life very differently. It becomes like roller skating, or rollerblading, or skateboarding. Come what may, you can move with the ups and downs, but remain unscathed. For those of you who have done skating or rollerblading before, you will know. The more you try to fight the momentum, the harder you will fall. But if you go with it, then whoa. So, acceptance and familiarity, getting used to it. 愿消三障诸烦恼，
愿消三障诸烦恼，
愿得智慧真明了，
愿得智慧真明了，
普愿罪障悉消除，
普愿罪障悉消除，
世世常行菩萨道。
世世常行菩萨道。
阿弥陀佛，起立。